we begin with making a slip knot. I'm holding it here. I'm leaving a lot of space here. It's just basically a twisted yarn. Then I'm doing a yarn over and pulling it through this loop. And then I secure it with a knot. I will never count this knot as the first chain. So now we start our 16 chains as it says in the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. We will put a single crochet into the second chain from hook. This is the first chain from hook. This is the second chain from hook. I'm going to put a stitch, and I choose to go under 2 strands. You can also go under 1 strand. You have to just stay consistent. Let's go under 2 strands. That's 1 single crochet. Then the pattern says that we need to mark this stitch. I'm going to use a stitch marker that unclips, and I leave this stitch marker in my first stitch. The next instructions are single crochet in next 13 chains. 1, 2, 3, and if you can watch me closely, I stretch my loops a little bit so that my hook can go through this space. That was 3. Now we do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. That's 13 single crochets going in chains. Then we do 4 single crochets in last stitch. So we only have 1 stitch left. This is a slip knot, it's not a stitch. And in this one we have 4 single crochets. So we put 1, then we go into the very same hole and we go 2. And then we go 3. And do you see how this yarn kind of wraps around and goes under? 4. This is our corner or ending here. The next step is this. We continue working into unworked side of the chains. So the opposite side of the chains. And we're going the opposite direction. We will do 13 single crochets. So I'm taking this last loop that I had remaining, You see, this is my stitch I worked in. This is the next stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We do have one stitch left here. This one little guy, it's hard to see, but he's here. And we need to put 3 single crochets in this last stitch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we kind of finished the first round, and in order to finish it completely, normally we would put a slip stitch between the last stitch and the first stitch of the round. But in this pattern, we are working in continuous rounds, which means we can't show that seam. We want it seamless. This is why we will end our first round right here, and the next round will just begin right away as soon as we put the next stitch into the marked stitch. So let's go to the next round.